In order to measure alkalinity in our wastewater sample, you need to first add 50 milliliters in a beaker of your water sample. Then you're going to use the magnetic rotating plate with the pill, so as you add the neutralizer to your water sample, it's mixed even and you will get a better reading. This time we will use the pH meter. It's calibrated up to 10, and we want to reach our water sample to reach a pH of 10 by adding sodium hydroxide. So you insert your pH meter into your wastewater sample. This time we'll reach down to an 8 point something reading. When it's stabilized, you start adding sodium hydroxide until it reaches a pH of 10. This might take a couple of minutes, from seconds to minutes. So once it reaches 10, you may turn off the magnetic rotating plate, take off your pH meter, and you should be able to clean it and wipe it off and insert it into our pH buffer again. Remember, this time we're calibrating our pH meter with a buffer of pH 10. Once it reaches 10, plus minus 0.01, we can begin our measurement for acidity. This time we're going to add sulfuric acid to our wastewater sample, 50 milliliters of wastewater, and we're going to titrate with sulfuric acid our sample until it reaches a pH of 4. Again, now that it's calibrated, we leave it for a few minutes until it settles and it reads the pH of our wastewater. Once our pH is settled, you continue to add milliliters of sulfuric acid into our sample until it reaches a pH of 4. Your rotating plate, record your reading, wash your pH meter, and calibrate it again. In our third measurement, we're going to measure calcium hardness using EDTA. This time we're going to add 1 gram of hydroxynaphthol blue as our indicator for calcium hardness. In order to weight, you measure, weight your melting pot, you tear it up to 0, and with our instrument here, once you get your gram, you're going to add it up into your mixing plate, and it gets a color. Once it's mixed homogeneously, it gets like a reddish to pink color. Now you're going to titrate with the EDTA solution, and you're going to record your amount of milliliters that you're going to add to your solution. Our wastewater sample should reach a blue color. Once it reaches your blue color, you may turn off your rotating plate and record your measurement of milliliters titrated into our wastewater sample. As you notice, it reaches a blue color after titrating. You turn off the rotating plate and you revise it using light. It looks, the particular blue color of the hydroxynaphthol blue indicator used for this measurement. This method will involve the estimation of suspended solids using an aim-off cone. You will use your wastewater sample taken for the previous measurements or method that you're testing. You're just gonna pour into our cone up to when you reach 500 milliliters, which are marked in our cone. And you just let it sit for 30 minutes, or you can count your time until you start seeing that in the bottom there are some solids that will sediment. Okay, then you record the amount of milliliters that are contained at the bottom of your cone, and that's your measurement for suspended solids. In order to clean it, you put your beaker with your wastewater sample, and you just like turn the cap off so it drains, but not completely. So it drains until your particles are settled down. Once it's drained, then you can measure your milliliters of your suspended solids from your wastewater sample.